you for getting into the year?
I'm excited. I'm super excited to feel like the energy in the building. I know it's a crazy culture here, and we're just ready to play hard and play our hearts out and try to change what has been in the past.
How was your off season? How was getting acclimated and how did all of that go?
Acclimation took a little minute because I had to. So something happened with my school where I had to stay a little bit longer to graduate, and then coming here, it's obviously a different play style, so I had to get in shape. Um, but the transition has been pretty easy just because it's so much freedom. But they're just staying on me to get the basics down right now.
Can you describe what kind of the differences were from your system at Charlotte to here?
So my system at Charlotte was more of a Princeton offense. You know, you want to look for the best shot late in the shot clock. We don't really play in transition that much. I don't know, but I think it's like 463 teams in the country. We were probably like in that bottom 5 for pace. But here, you know, we push the ball, push the tempo, trying to get you're not looking for a bad shot, but you're looking for that first good shot. You're not like necessarily going to pass up an open shot. Coach gets mad at you if you pass up an open shot. And of course, like a big focus on threes. It's more of an NBA style offense where the floor is so open. Whereas at Charlotte, it was more make as many passes as you can and get the most open shot at the end of the shot clock.
What's that adjustment like for you? You know, how do you kind of mentally kind of retool yourself for
That's
that visit?
that's the tough part. That's the tough part because I'm so used to having a coach in my ear telling me everything to do, and here it's like he's literally trusting you, giving you freedom. So it takes a little minute to rewire your brain, and I still go through it now. But I say it's way easier to play, and you get to just play up your instincts. It's not really, he's not telling you how to play basketball. He's just telling you what he wants to see out there.
What's it like having?
I know it's an adjustment, but how freeing is that?
It's super freeing. Obviously, you get here, and it's like, oh my God, coach doesn't care. But then it's like as time goes on, he wants to see certain actions before he just lets you kind of play on your own feeling. So, but it feels great. I mean, it allows me just to play free and make and then you make mistakes, but it's like it's different because you can have a chance to get yourself back on track. So yeah.
What is having the full squad here now? I mean, it's been interesting for you because
Yeah.
you've got to know some guys,
Yep.
but then Casey shows up and Ring and all those guys.
Yeah, it's been different because I was here for 3 weeks before we went to Spain, whereas the other guys were here for about 7 or 8. So it was definitely good. When we went to Spain, we only had 7 players, and now we have like 15. So it's just so different. The lineups are changing every day. I'm meeting new guys. At first, I was meeting new guys every day, so I'm glad to have everybody back now. It's finally subs in practice.
Finally subs in practice. What's that like actually, getting a breather now that you've got, more than, 2 extra guys?
Yeah, it helps me just see the people in front of me, seeing them so I don't have to make the same mistake that they might make, and also just seeing the offense. At first, I was messing up on the plays because I couldn't really watch anybody make the mistake that I was going to make. So then I would go out there and make the same mistake over and over and over again. But now I can watch the film or I can just watch the guys in front of me, so it just helps so much. And I can just ask questions too.
I imagine it started in the summer, but what is the process like of adjusting to new teammates, learning their playing style and, kind of meshing with them?
Got to play through a lot of mistakes because they don't know what I'm going to do. They don't necessarily know my game, and then I haven't played with them enough to know their game. But here soon, that'll happen. I mean, it'll start clicking. And I noticed that with the other squad, like CJ, Jamar. Rink, it didn't really take that much of a time because Rink is a smart player, a smarter big guy. But you can tell that they know where each other are going to be on the court. They know when to cut. They know when each other are looking, and they know when they're going to get theirs. So, yeah.
Is there an appeal of joining a program where it doesn't have a deep history, but knowing that you could be part of a team that tries to make that and sets a foundation?
That's part of the appeal. Also believing in your coach, believing in the guys around you. That takes the bulk of it. But obviously, coming to a place where like the history isn't like necessarily the best recently, it just gives us more fuel to try to change the narrative. And that's what everybody's on this year. That's the goal of everybody on the team this year.
It's a little out there. Is this the first time you haven't lived in North Carolina? Carolina?
Yeah, this is the first time I haven't lived in North Carolina. Yeah, this is the longest I've ever been away from home, but I like it. I've said from the first time I got here, I feel like I'm at home. I don't get homesick. I just hate I just hate going home and then leaving. But while I'm here, I'm fine. But yeah,
Golfing and all sorts of stuff, right?
yeah. Sam's been taking me golfing. I just got some clubs, so I'm not as good as Sam yet. I don't think I will be, but Sam says I have a natural swing. So
What's your favorite course in Lincoln?
I've only played. Where is that course at? It's about 10 minutes from here.
Pioneers, maybe?
No, it's some. I think it starts with an H.
Highlands?
Highlands, yeah. Played that course. I played terrible. I was so mad at myself. And that's the thing about golf. It's like you get mad, but then like you want to go again the next day. Yeah. But Sam, I'm 6 under. I'm 6 under.
I know it's early, but what are your initial reactions and thoughts on Matar?
Matar, dude, he's so athletic. These guys are so athletic. He's the fastest on the team, and he's a big. But the guy's just so athletic, so explosive. And to come and like the language barrier and everything, and to make all the mistakes but still be able to show up every day, that speaks a lot about somebody's character. But yeah, off the bat, it's the explosiveness and his length. Yeah.
Bryce, it's crazy to think you guys are already practicing.
It came up quick. It's coming so fast. It's just coming so fast. In a couple weeks, we're gonna have our first game, so gotta lock in.
Hey Bryce, I'm sure you heard lots of stories about Sam Griesel,
Mhm.
Emmanuel Vanderbilt, and their leadership last year. What strides have you maybe taken to take up some of that, what they did, and maybe even learn from them and get knowledge from them?
It all has to do with being comfortable, being uncomfortable. But right now, I'm just trying to learn the basics. I don't feel like I can lead yet until I know the ropes. So right now, I'm letting the other guys lead me. And then as the days go on, I get more and more comfortable saying stuff, but I just try to bring energy, the consistent energy every day, let the guys know that I'm there in that department. But until I can, get everything down, and then they gain trust in me because we're still in that department trying to mesh and then trust each other. That's when it'll start to open up. But the guys know I'm not afraid to talk, speak my mind, say what we need. I do that when I need to. But right now, I'm letting them kind of guide me and lead me. Tell me where I need to be.
Who's the person that kind of gathers everybody together at this point?
I say Rink's the old guy in the room who kind of everybody looks to. That's him right now. And then CJ, he has a pretty big voice, and also he has the experience. So those two are the two bigs, and then I guess I would say I'm right after that. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most for Friday?
For Friday, seeing what the culture is like, feeling the energy in the building. I've heard so much about the culture, and I see it at the football games and at the volleyball games. And I just want it to be the same at basketball, and we'll be able to change it. We'll be able to change the narrative.
One more thing, what was it like when you first saw Keisei Tominaga shoot from long range?
Dude, it was I think Friday last week. So we have this thing called the 4-point line, which is like 2 feet off the 3. And I passed it to him, and I was like, oh, he might pass it back. And then I'm like, you're open. And I heard they call that Keisei land, and he shot it. So I wasn't really necessarily surprised. I was just like, wow. I was just like, wow. It's just like, wow. But yeah, he has that range consistently, and that's like really surprising.